Hello, my name is William Bennett. I am currently active for my music production, Bachelor of Science. Today I've asked a friend of mine, who I am a fan of for his musicianship, knowledge in his chosen industry, and to add, he's also attended Full Sail University for recording arts. We're going to ask Milo some questions about art in the industry. Unfortunately, he couldn't be present for this interview due to studio commitments. But he's agreed to answer these questions via email, so I will vocalize Milo's answers as he gave them. First, we asked Milo, what does he see as the role of recording arts?
I feel it is the ability to capture a moment in history or time, like the Lomax, to embellish upon it, so we can share it with other individuals. The Beatles, for instance, with their music have prevented wars, started artistic movements, and ultimately changed the artistic, technical, and experimental roles in music. I feel we are artists to show others what we have to offer and create. Everyone has had his or her hand in tangible art. Our instruments, our Foley stage, our sound sources. We need our tools, our MTRs, DAWs, microphones, our rooms. We now have to use all of these items together to create one cohesive piece. This is where the art comes into play, though. Every person hears, sees, feels, tastes, and smells differently. And that is what separates us as artists.
Milo, does communications and media technology, since everything's instantly available via new technology, do you think this is having a positive or a negative influence in your chosen field?
I want to start by saying that I am a naturalist at heart. The first studio I started was all analog. The 8038 Neve console, custom built for Abbey Road. 2 Studer A824 track 2-inch tape machines. Lots of outboard gear, echo chambers, large rooms. The owner who I studied under was, as we would call him, an old road dog. And he taught me many tricks and techniques that I couldn't have learned elsewhere. While working there and learning how to track and splice on tape, I realized how easy I had it back in Pro Tools. But at the same time, by recording and mixing on tape, I was achieving better sounds, Milo says. Our new digital way of recording has made it easier and can save time. But I do feel that something is lost when going digital. I feel engineers are using their eyes instead of their ears these days.
I asked, in your opinion, what popular images or sounds, people, like iconic traits, do you see or hear that are frequently repeated through time or throughout your industry?
Take Stevie Ray Vaughan, for example. Though he was a musical entity in his own right, many considered him to have carried the Jimi Hendrix torch. Also on the other side, many considered Kenny Wayne Shepherd to have continued on Stevie's torch.
So Milo, how has your knowledge in music helped you along the way or influenced your creative process?
Well, I was raised around music my whole life due to family of musicians. I know my music theory and I feel that it single-handedly helped me in the studio. Tremendously, actually. I remember one of my first sessions. I wouldn't only chart out the time, but I would chart out the song structure and numbers at the same time. And the drummer missed a hit, so we stopped. And everything was great up to that point, so I rolled back the tape. They wanted to just do another take. And I rolled it, made the punch, and finished the track. They were blown away, and I was really happy about my knowledge of theory.
So, how do you see the industry you've chosen in parallel to how you thought it would be?
Well, I wish great albums were being produced, says Milo, instead of a few good singles. This question's really hard for me to answer because I'm still young and not much has changed since I started.
Well, do you think the industry has lowered integrity due to the amount of people in the industry presently?
Well, again, I feel both sides of the party on this one. I think young engineers need to start listening more and maybe go through some struggles such as learning how to record and mix on tape. Not having an undo button or computer screen will change the way you operate. Tape is more time consuming, but I feel it's worth it, and limits you just can't achieve from DAWs. At the same time, I would not be able to tackle all the sessions I have. Be able to organize, search, undo, keep high track count, have unlimited virtual outboard units, and be able to mix or record anywhere.
Well, that's all the questions I had for Milo, giving us an insight to art in the industry. So thanks, Milo, and that about wraps up this interview. Thanks to everyone out there that's watching, and keep the musical arts of any form alive.